It is said that all over the world, in any single day, people consume over 3.7 billion cups of tea and 2 billion cups of coffee. But have you ever wondered where it comes from or what it takes to have it? Well, such can also be said of any food crop or product for those who care to know deeper. The answer may not be near you. In today's world, people drink and eat foods that have traveled far from one continent to another, one country to another, shipped or airlifted as per strict international safety regulations. Revolutions in global trade are ensuring that we are able to sample foods from across the world. Yet behind the tastes we enjoy, so much has been put in place, unlocking potential trade barriers like manual systems that are inefficient and enhancing trade efficiency in the agricultural sector through effective ICT platforms. In Kenya and East Africa, there has been no exception.
Sometimes even you have not paid an invoice, you are told go back, pay an invoice, then come back. That's one day. The next day you go, the auditors are not ready, then you are told to go another day. Another time your name is not in the list. So it was hectic.
We used to prepare through the manual typewriters. Prepare catalogs, you handwrite the catalog first, print it out, then send it to the brokers in Mombasa through post office. So the cost of doing business that time was very high, both for the producer and to the brokers.
That process was taking too long, and at times a lot of errors, at times even forms getting lost along the way, and you are forced to do it all over again.
There's a lot of duplication, a lot of paperwork, and this can lead to loss of revenue even to the institutions.
It really could take someone like a month just to be able to launch and start the consignment movement.
The cost of accessing information and regulatory trade documents for export purposes negatively impacted the cost of exported goods, limiting their competitiveness in the global market.
In around 2014-2015, there was more pressure to see how can we automate the auctioneering process so that we probably increase on the price discovery mechanism and transparency in that migration process from the outcry system to now the automated tea trading system.
TradeMark East Africa, TMEA, is working with several trade agencies in the region to unlock informational and administrative barriers to trade through automation of various trade processes. These interventions are aimed at creating a digitalized trade environment that is easy to use, efficient, and profitable.
ICT basically focuses on administrative and informational services required by our farmers and traders to make sure that we not only reduce on time and cost of doing business for them, but also enhancing transparency, making it convenient for them to engage in trading in the agricultural sector, but more so also for government. Government will be able to extract quite relevant and useful management information system that will help in its planning processes and also designing the strategic interventions for these sectors.
With funding from Danida, TMEA partnered with the East African Tea Trade Association, IATA, to automate Mombasa Tea Trading Auction Center through adoption of the integrated tea trading system, which focused on 4 areas: membership, catalog, the auction, and business modules.
We signed up a contract with TradeMark East Africa in December 2016, and so far the amount put in stands at 217 million Kenya shillings. Some key attributes you can see already is that members do not come to the auction hall. Members are now proceeding to purchase teas from the comfort of their offices. They can track where their teas are, even up to the point of purchase.
With ICTs, you get real-time information. A score of 6. I can be buying teas and at the same time testing teas. So depending on the market, if I see the market now favors me, I can tell my staff to quickly infuse these particular teas, and if I see they meet the requirement, I buy them on the spot, as opposed to previously whereby you have to juggle between the auction and the office.
The electronic auction has brought about more transparency, more accountability, and also what they are calling predictability in terms of being able to communicate with people from all over the world, and more so trading partners and trading buyers and brokers, and even the producers who are registered under the East African Tea Trade Association.
When you use the ITTS system to catalog teas, problems associated with double cataloging is very minimal, because in case you do double allocation, the system will show you an error.
So this is a system for all. A system for all means it's a system for all our stakeholders who are members of the ATTA. So one important thing is that this system does membership registration online. So you can register online and then confirmation is done from there.
Well, the auction has been there for the last 1 year, so we can say yes.
Most of the members are in Kenya, but we also have members in 9 other countries, being Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, DRC Congo, Madagascar, Mozambique, and lately we also have Ethiopia being a member.
Assume there are about 500 people any single week who have to physically congregate at a location to buy and sell tea. Factor in transport cost for those people to move to those locations, the kind of activities they'll be doing there. All that contributes to their green carbon footprint. So digital technologies do reduce our carbon footprint.
TMEA's ICT interventions aim to break the barriers by making trade information easily and readily available, while at the same time reducing the time and cost required by traders to acquire trade documents.
The Agriculture and Food Authority is a merger of 8 directorates. That is sugar, former sugar board, former coffee board, fiber. We have tea directorate, we have food directorate, Mira and Pyrethrum and other industrial crops directorate. IMIS is a web-based system. When you click on it, it will bring a home page. It has various menus from home to standards governing this system. We have events and calendars that we can be able to communicate to our stakeholders in case we are scheduling any event. You log into the page, you will find menus that you can interact with.
Then we select our specific concentration, which is the renewal of the license. Then from there we go to license renewals. Then from there we go to horticultural produce. We are supposed to work on the produce, that is from the last 12 months. So once we are through with the produce, we attach the documents pertaining to the company. Then from there, we are supposed to forward the same for approval to the AFA IMIS team. When the approval for the payment is paid, now our license is approved, and now we are able to get our export license at that level.
So we get license for export, very easy, and that has really helped our breeding process, because we can easily get our materials and also send out materials to other countries. We breed roses, both sprays and standard. And our main market is the East African countries. We do varieties that is selected by farmers who will grow them and pay royalties in return. We used to very much go out and get rigorous vetting before we get the license. But nowadays it's quite easy, and you just go online, fill in the forms, and you get your license.
AFA and TradeMark East Africa's collaborated in the development of IMIS, supply and installation of IT infrastructure, user trainings and sensitization to equip them with necessary skills to utilize the system and therefore increase its uptake.
It is very easy for us. We can do it from the farm. If something is missing, you just walk to the other office, you bring it and you scan it through, and taking the export license is very, very smooth.
Now, from a click of a button, I'm able to register and even seek a license for the company from my desk. Number two, we are able to seek licenses for, say, our sugar buyers, for those who would want to trade in molasses from this point. So it reduces that time wasted in waiting for paperwork to reach Nairobi and back.
It has reduced the paperwork. It's a good system and verifiable one.
Moving any product or moving any services to digital platform does contribute a lot to the green economy, because what you're doing is you're introducing high levels of efficiency on how resources are being consumed and used. And the use of resources is very critical on how we affect the environment.
Our mandate majorly is to develop the crops, to regulate and to promote the value chains, and this is intended for sustainable development.
KEFIS is implementing the online seed certification and plant variety protection (SCPVP) system, which automates the administration of trade regulatory documents, particularly those that relate to the process of seed certification and plant variety protection. TMEA's support has included 12 development of SCPVP system, supply IT infrastructure or simply hosting the platform and services to support operationalization of the system, user trainings and sensitizations with the necessary skills to utilize the system and therefore increase its uptake.
The mission of KEFIS is to assure quality of agricultural inputs and products so that we ensure that there is no adverse impact on the economy, the environment, as well as human health. And digitization is going to help us achieve that core value.
Seed, as we understand, is a basic unit of crop production. It carries all the genetics of high potential of yields as far as crops are concerned. Quality is a factor of seed in terms of ensuring that the seed that is supplied to the farming community will give them value for money. At the same time, take care of food security. At the same time, give them surplus for sale.
All that process of seed certification and plant variety protection process was done manually. And there was an issue of coordinating all this to allow visibility from the central office. Also the efficiency from the point of view of the merchant or the company. So it was very necessary that we digitize this process for enhanced visibility and transparency.
When KEFIS introduced the automated system, it made it a lot more user-friendly for us as seed merchants and those who have farms in a lot of different locations, that we can be in one location and be able to register all of our farmers and all of our crops, and then be able to have it automatically give us a sum that we have to pay, and we can automatically pay it and get that process done, and then we can focus on the main aspect of farming that we have as a company, and that's producing the potato seed.
I'm a plant breeder for fiber and cereals. I'm very happy with the process of automation. It will make our work faster, easier, and more efficient.
While KEFIS will ensure that quality certified seed will lead to quality crop production and abundant harvests, precisely what any farmer wants, they then think of how to add value to their produce and sell more even to international markets.
Assuming you want to register your grower, you come here and use the grower, or you want to apply for any of the seed services, you do it here. Then all that requires you keep on interacting with the KEFIS officer on the other side.
In the long run, an automated system will also cut costs for us as an organization. The rate at which we'll be registering and certifying our seeds will be higher. So this will be beneficial to us as an organization as well as our customers, because we'll be able to reach our customers fast as opposed to when we were using a manual system.
Now our inspectors can be able to apply and get real-time documents. Number two is they can be able to get their, when the inspectors have gone to the field and have inspected the fields, they can be able to get real-time reports without necessarily having to travel all the way to KEFI's headquarters or the regional offices to get this. So that for us has saved costs big time.
I have interacted with the digital program and it's good. It's the convenient one to us as wakulima because it makes work easier.
TMEA will continue to support TMEA, especially through supporting green, sustainable and inclusive economic growth.